from Holland and settling into the Hudson Valley of New York in 1646. The Kuykendalls were noted as an industrious and well-educated family. They were also very religious. It is written that no sooner had they finished their homes than they established religious worship, as was the custom of their fathers. Within 100 years, the Kuykendalls would spread out and primarily settle in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and what is now West Virginia. Our story begins with Nathaniel Kuykendall. Nathaniel was born in New Jersey in 1726 and moved with his parents down into the Potomac River Valley region of the South Branch in 1744. In that day, the Indians were still roaming the hills and the valleys and raiding the frontier settlements that the Kuykendalls would establish themselves in. They were expert stonemasons and would be commissioned to construct a number of outstanding houses along the South Branch of the Potomac River. One such home has been featured in a past video of mine, known as Fort Van Meter. The home itself was constructed by Nathaniel's son Isaac. Now back to our story. About 6 miles above present Romney, Nathaniel and his brothers William and Johannes constructed log homes near present Fort Van Meter. It is believed that these brothers constructed the fort in 1754, which saw action during the Indian uprising during the French and Indian War. The brothers grew tobacco and were noted men of character and strong intelligence. However, they also owned slaves. The stone house that we are detecting in today's video was built by Nathaniel's sons, Isaac and Nathaniel II. Isaac was 23, and Nathaniel II was 19. Isaac would go on and become the youngest justice of the court in Hampshire County at the age of 28. Nathaniel II became superintendent of the Eastern Division of the Northwestern Turnpike and organized a stage line between Romney and Moorfield. In last week's video, I provided an exclusive look inside the home. So if you haven't seen it yet, I will link it above. No doubt the land has been detected over the decades, but we still find some great artifacts. Stay tuned. We're on site, and you can see the beautiful historic Kuykendall house here behind us. Built in 1789 by two brothers, Nathaniel and Isaac. And on either end of the house is their names carved in the stone in the gable vent, and the date and their names are carved in that. I am here with the landowner, and I'm here with Scott. You guys have seen Scott in past videos of mine, and we really appreciate the landowner allowing us to be on this site. We want to be able to preserve whatever's in the ground, but we want to tell the story about this place, and that's what we're here to do. Anyway, first thing we find, you guys will see. All right, you guys, I got a decent signal here. It's a solid 1819. All right, let's take another shovel.
You're probably taking up my machine.
All right, you guys, this is what I pulled out of that hole. And this is a piece of a wagon. This is off of a hub of a wagon. Oh, I can't get the dirt out of there. The ground is really hard. But it rings up high too, and it's because it's circular. See that? All right, you guys, I haven't pulled it out of the ground yet. I was digging around there and I see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right here. And this is the first artifact that I have found that hasn't been aluminum. And this is brass. I don't think this is horse tack. I think this is going to be it's actually a belt buckle. So this slides, so the belt will come through and around. I don't know when that technology came about.
It's been here a while.
All right, we're on the board. All right, you guys. The ground's so hard here, it's like concrete. And my shovel just couldn't cut it. No pun intended.
We can do an advertisement. Find a shovel made.
Yeah. So Scott come down and finish the hole because I just couldn't get further than 2 inches with it. And we pulled it out, and it's right here, and it's round. Yeah, it is a drawer pull.
That was my first guess.
That's brass.
It's brass.
It's brass.
In the days when you could get brass.
Yep, and there was probably a piece of glass that went over that right there. And the glass could be in here, or the glass broke and they threw it out.
That's why it's out.
And that's why it's out here. Okay, that's cool. And you know, that could be period to this house.
Yeah.
It could, absolutely. All right, let's bag it and keep going. All right, I'm just off the house here. This plastic here is where they're going to put a walkway, and they keep this plastic here to kill the grass. So just let you know, if you see this in the video and you're wondering what that is, that's what it's for. It's basically they're trying to kill the grass in this area, and they're doing a walkway down to the outhouse down there that is still functioning as an outhouse. I did have a hit here. It is real close to the surface. It's only a couple inches down, and it's circular, and you can see the indent in the dirt here. And I'm hoping it's the back of a pocket watch, and it is. All right. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. That's a back of a pocket watch. It is not silver, but it is brass, and we'll clean that up. Maybe the rest of it's here in the ground, so we'll just go searching around here, see what we can't find. All right, you guys. I told Scott I either got a button or I got a penny, a Lincoln set, or an Indian head, or something that's round and green and about that size. The ground is hard. I'm not showing live digs because goodness, it just takes us so long to get through this ground. It's really, really hard. Kind of like concrete. But anyway, it's in the bottom of the hole. Let's take a look. There it is, and I think it's going to be a button because I think I see where a shank could have been on it. Yeah, it's a flat button. I'll clean that up. You guys will see this in the video. I'll bring you back. I'll bring this back into the video, and you'll see what that says. All right, well, whoever detected this in the past missed that. Let's keep going. All right, you guys, I found something that I have never found before. It's a first for me, but I've seen other diggers find them, and I called Jeff. I wanted him to come take a look. Told Scott too, because I asked them if they'd seen one before, and they haven't. Let's take a look. So it's still in the plug here, and I think this is going to be a reed. That's what it is. It is a reed to an accordion.
For heaven's sake.
Yep.
Brass, no doubt.
Yep, brass, and you might find a lot of these.
Yeah, if the whole thing came apart here in the
Yeah,
yard.
if the whole thing came apart, you'd find a number of these. But diggers do find these. Accordions, for whatever reason, and harmonicas were probably, and jaw harps.
Yeah, they were
Three most popular
common instruments.
In the
Could be
Pioneer.
easily carried.
I would have never identified that.
No, I wouldn't have either.
In a million years. Is that underneath the
Yeah.
key thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was a thin piece of metal off
Yeah,
it.
yeah. The reed part would have been in there, and
right
it could
there.
be in there.
Oh, yeah.
But
But that might be why it's laying out here.
and the reed would vibrate.
Sure. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
That is cool.
Speaks to...
That counts as a good find.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I got an old button, and I got a pocket watch,
Yeah.
and
I've
door
got
pull.
a 75-pound piece of metal down here. We'll look at it later. It's big.
Hey, you guys, I found something I find all the time, and it's not a whole one, it's just a piece of one. But I wanted to show you because this is what I typically find, you know, in an old house like this. Now, this house dates into the 1700s. In fact, up in that peak right there, I'll try to get a picture of that, but it says 1789, and that's when this house was built or completed, at least to that point. What I found is about 100 years past that, but it's still pretty cool. Let's take a look. So I pulled it out of the ground, and this is a piece of harmonica reed. And harmonica reed was real popular after the 1850s. About 1855 is when it came into the United States of America, and it became real popular, especially during the times of the war, the Civil War, and the following wars after that. But the soldiers went home, sat on a porch like that, and they would play the harmonica. All right, so Jeff brought me some treasures here. Did you dig that up, Jeff?
I'm afraid not. Scott's at the helm.
Scott's at the helm. Is this Scott's treasure?
It is, yep.
It's a good one.
Yeah, a square nut.
Yep.
A square nut in a round peg. All right, you guys, I found a fountain pen. Have you ever seen a fountain pen? Jeff, is this your, I bet you this is Dan's.
That could easily be.
Dan's an artist, or he likes art, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is an artist type of pen. All right, let's take a look. It popped out. This is a nice one.
Yeah,
That's a nice one.
look at that. Yeah. Somebody dropped that here.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I believe it might still work.
Oh,
the
it
tip's
should
good
work.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can fill ink with that. I bet that's Dan's.
It could easily be. We could ask him. He's still cognizant enough to answer questions.
I've never used one before.
I did in my younger years. It's a pull handle, we think.
Yeah, or screwed down on something.
Yeah, it might be that. In fact, you'd figure it'd be smooth on the underside if it was a...
Is that what Scott dug?
Yeah.
All right.
Just a moment ago.
Scott's over here digging all this good stuff, huh?
He's into some strong signal.
Well, I tell you, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's really neat.
I'll put the lid on it,
there.
and
Yeah.
we'll move on. It's
Put
cool though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I either found a coin or a button. I can see the edge of it. Let's take a look. All right, it was shallow, the ground's hard. I popped the plug and pulled out the dirt, and I could see a little protrusion right there. I think it's gonna be too thin to be a coin. I think it's gonna be a button. Yep, it's gonna be a button. It's a let me see. Yep, there's the shank. All right, and it did be in here. Pull that out where you can see it. Look how green that is. Just beautiful. All right, that's an old flat button. I'll take it. Find anything?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Pocket's nearly full.
Yeah.
You found old man, huh? Is it old man or old man?
Both.
It's both. All right. I got a good hit here. Popped the plug. It's still in the loose dirt. I haven't really found a lot of trash so far, which is good. It's a mid-tone. I'll let you hear it. 16. So we'll find out what that is. And there's another hit I have over here, and I'm gonna let you hear what that is. About the same one. So we're gonna dig this one up next. I popped this one out, and it's in here somewhere. Right in there. Right there. All right, what do we got? Oh, it's a coin. Oh no, it's a button. It is a flat button. All right. This is my third flat button. We'll take any one we can find. That's awesome. All right, you guys, I found something interesting. I don't know if it's metal, actually. I dug that button right there, and I showed you that there was something right here, and I'm digging it out. And There's lots of big roots in here from this tree behind us. And as I was digging it out, I saw something round pop out. And I think it's going to be a clay marble. That's exactly what that is. Holy cow. Now whatever I'm digging is still in there, but I want to show these guys. This won't show up on your metal detector.
A marble.
It is a clay marble.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's a clay marble.
Dan's got a collection of these in the house.
Oh, there must be.
I'm not sure if they're all
Could be Dan's.
Well, how far down in there was
About
it?
6 inches.
Oh, yeah. There's no way he'd be out here burying marbles.
But that's old. I mean,
That's
clay
the first
marble, right? 'Cause
one
glass.
I've ever found.
Yeah.
I've never found one before.
Yeah.
Right on. And
Showing Scott some of the buttons we found. He says this one's the property of George Washington.
That's what it says right on it. There's definitely the writing on it. Right through there, you can see, you make out a U and maybe a C and an N.
At London.
Yep.
It says London right on it. London Company. Yep, right there.
that ought to be able to be dated down.
Yeah,
At least
it's
to a span of time.
1820 to 1840
Right on.
is the date of that button right there.
Right on.
Nice.
Excellent.
That's a nice button.
Yeah.
Nice button. All right in here.
Yeah.
Front yard.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't know you weren't finding anything up there, Scott. Maybe you ought to come down here.
I know how that works.
All right, Jeff dug this big old hole. I had to help him there at the end because that thing
That's right.
was huge. And what did you say that was?
It's a plowshare, pretty sure.
Yeah, it's a plowshare.
Yeah.
And we find those a lot too.
I bet.
Yeah, they could have lost some rings and large cents and gold.
Oh, I know. That's what we really like.
There you guys, Scott's on the board. And we're excited about that.
A really small wick on that thing too.
Yeah, this went on a oil lamp.
The wick hole.
Yeah, that's the wick holder, and these went on top of mantles, typically. A mantle of a fireplace.
Sure. Neat. And no doubt brass.
Yeah, no doubt brass.
Yeah.
So Scott found that. That's cool, Scott.
And vintage of
Yep.
1800s probably.
Yep, clear up until the invention of electricity.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That's a nice one.
All right, you guys, I found a piece of iron, and I wasn't going to show it to you because I find, these shapes of irons everywhere I go. But this one I wanted to show you because I noticed something on the iron that I feel is as old as this house. Okay, so it's an iron ring, and we find these everywhere. I want you to see something. Right there is the seam where they pounded and melted this together. Right there. See that? That shows me this thing is absolutely handmade for a purpose that they needed. And you can actually see right here on the inside, you can see where it was formed. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
All right, you guys, I think I found something good. I don't know how old it is. I think it's Civil War. Let's take a look. There is an eagle on there. And I think it's folded over. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's Civil War.
Yeah. It was round.
Yeah. I mean, it looks Civil War era, doesn't it?
It does.
I don't know what it
I
is.
don't know. That's the most interesting thing yet.
Yeah.
Anything on the back? No.
It went over something.
Yeah, because it looks like it might have been round and it got flattened out.
Yeah, it went over something. It's cool.
Very cool.
I dug that hole a little bit more because I wanted to see if there was anything in there that could be related to that thing I just found. And I pulled this out, and it is a bell, and we think it is a jingle bell. And it is iron. It is not brass. But that is a jingle bell. And the clapper could be in there still. It's just full of dirt. We'll clean that up.
Be ready for Christmas.
Be ready for Christmas. All right, guys, I found a spoon, and I got Jeff here, and he watched me dig it right out of the ground. It was tough, wasn't it? All them roots.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys can see all those roots, but I pulled it out. It was real jumpy, and I was hoping that it's going to be pewter, but it's not.
it actually looks like iron.
Yeah, it's an iron.
And they made spoons out of iron.
Yeah, they did. You can see where I hit it with my shovel.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they made it out of iron.
Well, at least it lasted this long.
That's the first spoon of the day. Typically, we find quite a few of these.
Yeah.
They're pretty common finds, and the older ones are pewter.
Uh-huh.
So this one here's, 1800s.
Oh, yeah.
Some time frame in there. All right.
Fed somebody for a long time.
Yep. All right, you guys, I got a good one. I got to poke fun at Scott here a little bit, so don't get mad at me.
I left it there.
You left it there. There's this hole, and 3 foot away I had a good signal, and I see it. What do you think it is?
Big washer. Finally.
Please be a copper. Oh, it is.
Nice.
That could very well be an old penny, super old.
Yeah, it says 1 cent right there.
Yeah.
So the bus is going to be right there. I'm going to have to clean that up.
That's going to be a U.S. coin, don't you
Yep.
think?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's going to be a matron. All right, you guys, let me clean this up, and I'll bring you back when we can get an ID on it. I got a positive ID on this coin. Over here on the right hand side of the coin, you can see part of her hair bun right there. And this is her bust side, and that is a matron. And on the back, it says 1 cent right there. 1 cent, United States of America, 1 cent. All right. All right, you guys, I don't know how well you can see in this thing, but this is incredibly just awesome. I am actually put my arm through the window. Now, I was here a week or so ago, and I didn't come down here. We didn't come down here. This is in the basement. This is the original kitchen right here. You can see those stairs going around. Jeff said that we could not come down here before when we were here last time because the door's all blocked up. But this is what we could not see. And way over there on the wall, you see a big frying pan skillet with about a 4 foot handle on that thing, huh?
So you get way back.
Yeah. And then over there is a tea kettle. Right there is an old candelabra with candles still in it. There's an inkwell over there on an old table. And there is a chest of drawers right there with, there's where the gold coins are.
Yeah, could be. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah. And there is an old broom. Look at that thing. This is an old broom. That's incredible. This is beautiful. I mean, this would make a great cabin right here. Just this.
Make it a one-roomer, with a bedroom in the back.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a little damp back in there, but it's...
All right, you guys. All right, you guys, we're going to call it the day. We found enough here. We want to go ahead and get the landowner back to where he needs to go because he's got an appointment today. And at least I think so, right?
We should move, yeah.
We should move.
Well, we're okay.
And I wanted to show you guys some of the things that we found that are ferrous, which means iron. And I thought we found some pretty cool stuff. Found an old license plate here. It has 42 on it, which I think is 1942. Scott found this old piece. It's square. It's a square spike with a very odd looking bolt on it. A square nut. A plow.
Big square nut.
Big square nut. I found that hoe early this morning. And, we were just looking at this a minute ago. We couldn't tell if that was a ashtray from a car or a bait box. You guys saw this because I showed you this, and it's hand forged. Scott found a harmonica reed, so that's his non-ferrous find of the day right there, Scott. I found that early, and another square nut. And we'll take you guys back to the truck. We'll do the wrap up there. I'll show you what we found there. All right, you guys, we're back to the truck, and we're going to do our wrap up right here. I'll show you everything we found, and then we're going to hit the road. I thought we'd start with what Scott has found first, and we found a couple. He has found a couple of very interesting items here. This is iron ore, and it's very, very heavy. And this is indicative of smelting iron. And so somewhere in here where he found this, they were smelting iron, and this is a piece of pig iron. This is a piece of pig iron. And what they did is, once the iron melted, flow out into a trough, or what they call a pig, or a piglet. And not sure what this is, but it is probably an iron utensil. Found a piece of jewelry.
I can't tell what that thing is.
Yeah, I'd say it's a piece of jewelry.
It looks like a flower in the
it does.
in the recess of it.
Found the hub wheel earlier today. Another big piece of iron. He found this. I showed you guys that. And here's what I found. You know, I found a buckle. I found an accordion reed. I found that clay marble. I found a few buttons, flat buttons there. I found some coins. Found a large cent. Found a harmonica reed. I found the back of a watch. A quill pen. Something that could be really cool here. I don't know what that is. I found a bell. I found a drawer pull. I found an iron spoon bowl. A little bit of everything. That's what we found. Jeff, thank you very much for letting us come out here, taking a look at this. I had a great time. Did you have a good time?
I always do.
Always do. Jeff, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure, Todd. We're having a good time. We're going to have to do this again.
I had to do it again.
Found everything.
Nope.
You never do.
We told him when it rains and the ground is a little moisture, because it's like concrete, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I told him, I said, with the moisture in the ground, we'll find more. All right, you guys, thanks for joining us this episode. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care and God bless.